Hi, this is Ka Ho Mok from the Hong Kong Institute of Education. I'm happy to share with my education experience with you guys. And I came back from London after studying my Ph.D. earlier on in 1990s, and then I joined City University of Hong Kong as a lecturer and later promoted to Associate Professor and Associate Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. I'm very keen to promote educational philosophy, which is nurturing caring leaders with global visions since 1990s up to now. And after working in City U of Hong Kong for more than 10 years, I was searched by Bristol University in the UK to join them as a chair professor and founding director of East Asian Studies. And I found the job very exciting and challenging, so I took up the responsibility for setting up a new research center with a focus on East Asian study, equipping students from Europe and also UK to know about Asia, particularly in the context of the re-emergence of China's rise. And working in Bristol is a great experience, but at the end of the day, I was invited back by University of Hong Kong to come back to join the Faculty of Social Sciences as Associate Dean in 2008, and to promote again the curriculum reform took place in Hong Kong because we changed our academic structure from the secondary school originally 7 year to 6 year with 3 year university education to 4 year, and I found it a very fascinating moment that I agreed to come back home to serve the HKU. And after working in HKU for a few years, I was honored to be invited to join the current institution, the Hong Kong Institute of Education, for founding a new faculty of liberal arts and social sciences to further enhance my educational philosophy, nurturing caring leaders with global vision. And I found that the whole person development goes well with my education mission, which is to nurture our students to know about the world. They become global citizens, they care not only locally, they are sensitive about what happens in the region, and also act globally to serve the global community. Well, we are so humble that Hong Kong is only a very tiny economy, a small state in Asia. Comparing to other Asian economies, Hong Kong is really tiny. In terms of natural resources, we don't have much except a harbor, a deep harbor. But the only thing is about people. But how to make use of people and turn them into human capital as a human resources becomes a key issue. So the Hong Kong government aspired to make the city as a regional hub of education in the region. I think this is a great idea because the education system to make sure students being nurtured to understand not only what happens locally, and they have to be sensitive about the region and also to aspire to become global citizens. I think with that particular reason, it certainly shapes the way the curricula is designed and also the way we manage education. So in the last couple of years, Hong Kong government together with university and even schools are really embedded with the notion about internationalization. By internationalization, what I mean is not only about talking about bringing in overseas students and sending out local students to other places for study. It's more important is to make our campus, make the students' experience even back home great in terms of multicultural sensitivity. They can brush up their international language, including English or other languages. I always challenge my students with the rise of Asia, they don't only engage themselves in the international business language, which is English, which is very important, but at the same time pick up other Asian languages like Korean languages, and also one of the giant economy, which is India in Asia. If my students are bold enough, they have to pick up some kind of dialects or languages from India, because one way or the other there will be opportunity for them in future to engage with a giant economy like India. So to make the story short, I think Hong Kong being a regional hub of education really has invested resources for transforming our school and people in order to make sure we are well equipped for the globalizing economy. Well, we are living in a highly competitive world. Even when we aspire to become a regional hub of education in the region, and Singapore has done extremely well, and Malaysia has a similar idea to establish themselves as a leading figure as a regional hub of education. So Hong Kong could not be complacent, in my opinion, and Hong Kong should work very hard. Particularly with the adjacent to Greater China region, Hong Kong should work with the universities and schools in the Greater China region, and also extend ourselves to other Asian society. Well, in order to differentiate ourselves with that of Singapore and Malaysia, I think Hong Kong is well positioned to work with Northeast Asia to facilitate more people-to-people exchange, more research collaboration, because we are sharing some kind of similar challenges, like the East Asian economies or societies now are confronting with aging population. We are also faced with a huge challenge about decline of birth rates. And this kind of fundamental changes in the demography will certainly draw the attention of people working together to find solutions or measures to help to transform the society and the economic restructuring, and also finding solutions in managing about aging population, and at the same time the challenges being created by the globalizing economy. So my hunch would be cooperation is key. So I certainly welcome more interactions among people, facilitating more collaboration in finding way we can work together despite the fact that we are competitors. Well, my experience working in the UK and also my concurrent experience, I'm also a Changjiang Chair Professor being appointed by the national government in Beijing to serve at Zhejiang University in Hangzhou. And with my international collaboration with other places, I think I truly enjoy working with people from different cultures and different regions. And personally, I learned a lot about different practices that I can identify good practices that we can share, have a good policy learning from the collaborative partners. So to come back to your question is, this kind of international exposure or regional outreach certainly would not only enable me to think question from a multi dimensions, but also enable me to connect my people, my colleagues, with other parts of the world. We are living in a global village. Anything happens in any part of the world will certainly affect the others. So being a network society, I think networking with our partners really could draw on resources, not only in terms of money and dollar, but also resources in terms of people's minds and wisdom coming together to research on issues with common challenges and finding appropriate solutions in promoting social development and human well-being. Well, I think Asian kids and young people are very good at examinations. They are performing extremely well in all sorts of international benchmarking, lead table in terms of demonstrating about our abilities in mathematics, science, and these are fine, very good. But I think what is really missing in supporting our future generation in a more unimaginative world with certain uncertainty in the future, I think people should be creative. And we have to make sure our people in future could live with ill-defined situation. And they can define the problems, identify the problem, and shape the solutions and find a way to solve the problems. So I think problem-based learning is extremely important, not only in the future but right now. and how to make sure our students can really think beyond the box. And I think our education system needs some kind of wake up. Our curriculum needs to be redesigned in order to create sufficient room, and also our pedagogy, our teaching techniques would enable our students to think critically and find solutions innovatively. So I think one of the headlines, if you like, is about innovation and creativity. So people working together, then they can appreciate about different cultures. And they can appreciate we are living in a globalized world. It doesn't mean that we are the same. We are not going towards a convergence, but we are appreciating differences. And we have to more sensitive about others are different, but together, God make us together. There's something serving the common purpose, and how to maximize the differences and appreciating diversity. I think if we can provide a platform to enable our students to understand that, so it would certainly, give an impetus or incentive for them to work together beyond their own box and moving beyond the culture, the region, to work with other people from other parts of the world. Well, Hong Kong being a global city certainly welcomes people all around the world, and the organization is organizing a great event in Hong Kong. When I was told about that, I'm very pleased to join as one of the board members, because I think this is a great opportunity for Hong Kong to host events here as an Asian World City, but at the same time using this platform to engage people from all around the world. So I will certainly encourage you to join us and work together. And when we work together, we can make difference. And we certainly need to cooperate in a more unstable time. But only cooperation can make our humankind have a brighter future. I would look forward to seeing you and meeting you at the conference.